They can hear us now, though, probably. Hi, everybody.
Hi,
How's it
everyone.
going? They can hear us now, though, probably.
Alright,
Oh,
test
shit.
it,
Wait a
everyone.
second. Oh, no. They can hear an echo. They can hear an echo. Oh, no. They can
Echo,
hear an
echo,
They can hear an
echo, echo, echo.
Fixed.
echo.
Fixed. Sorry about that. Okay. My first podcast, everybody.
Our first
You
one
look
this
like
week.
you should woke up, Mike.
You did. I took a really shitty nap, and I wanted not to.
I
did
knew
anyways. I did anyways. And then I would have been fine, but then my computer was taking a really long time to restart for some reason, and I had to take Penny out. And I am frazzled. It's been busy. Frazzled. Okay. Now, this part. Here we go. I'm just setting up the next game, everybody. We're going to get started pretty soon here. Don't you worry. I said, don't worry. Stop worrying. I see you worrying over there.
I'm now.
Fine, if you insist.
Calm down.
Golly.
Okay. Yes, no Jeff today if you haven't noticed yet. Jeff is...
I'm kind of like Jeff.
You're sort of like Jeff. You're like...
I'm like Jeff adjacent.
Yeah. You're dawn of a new Jeff.
Dawn of a new Jeff. I like that.
Why is this? Where did I get it? Okay, almost there. I guess I could.
No Apple today, but I don't think I could get away with that on this show.
No. I could, I can go and strike again like I did on Blight Club recently.
Yeah.
Almost. Okay, well, I'll finish setting that up when we get to it. Okay, let's see.
Oh, thank you, GameSpot, for your Zelda review roundup. I will steal it now.
Okay.
That's like us adjacent. Yeah, you can steal that.
Yeah, somewhat. We're paid by the same people.
Yeah, that's right. That's close enough.
How does that sound, everybody? Do Sean and I sound about equal?
Yes, testing 1, 2, 3,
Test,
4,
test.
5, 6.
Yeah, Christian, everybody good? Should be good, I think. I sound okay. All right, we're gonna get started then. I got the thing here. Got the whole rundown. All right, we're gonna start.
Right, can you turn me
give
up just a little bit?
Okay, one
Chat
second.
That should sound. I'm usually a little quiet.
Yeah, you are.
Little hotter. Gotcha. Let's do the.
Let me real quick. I'll pull up my microphone settings to make sure it doesn't dip in the show. Yep, I'm at 100.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna lower myself actually because I already have you like over 100 in OBS. So yeah, I'll lower myself so that that'll probably be better. So I lowered myself. Everyone, let me know if that's more yummy. This is Mike Minotti talking, and here comes Sean, Turbo Sean McDowell talking.
That's me talking at normal volume. Sometimes I get a little bit louder, but this is where I try to keep it during the show.
Yeah. Yes. More even more. Less Mike Minotti. How about
this is the equal. This is the equal. We have reached equilibrium. I think.
Okay. I think I did.
I was finally.
Oh, more even. Voice is good. I lowered myself just a little bit more. If that was too much, let me know. But otherwise, I think we're good. Okay.
Cool.
There's a point where like you can't lower Mike. He's just like his energy is too powerful.
Sometimes I just overcome it anyways. It's true.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to start.
Give me a count. Yeah.
I'll give a countdown. 5, 4, 3. It's the internet. You're busy. Let's do this. Welcome to the Game Mess Decides podcast. This is the podcast where we decide everything about the world of games, so you have to think for yourself. I'm your host, Mike Minotti, and with me is...
Sean McDowell.
Today's episode, let's catch up on what Xbox and PlayStation are up to. Zelda is out and has reviews. Let's look at those. And no PlayStation 5 Pro Classic Retro Super Nostalgic Edition for Jeff. Oh, well. But first off, Sean, how is it going?
Mike, you ever look back to past Mike And rather than saying, "You stupid idiot," in hindsight, what you have done is bad, Past Mike did something good, and you need to congratulate Past Mike. You ever have that happen?
Oh, Past Mike had a lot of great ideas for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but what did
I
Past
had
Sean
that
do?
today.
What did
I had
Past
that
Sean
today.
do?
So going into the show, I was like, I'm craving something. I can't put my finger on, but like some flavor, some beverage. God, there's something I want really bad. And then I realized it's Mango Monster, my favorite monster. I'm like, I can really use one of those going into this, hanging out with my pal Mikey for a couple hours.
Sure.
Need some energy, need something tasty. And then light bulb moment, go to the fridge. What do I got? Couple Mango Monster Ultras.
Oh,
Sean thought ahead. He's looking
you're
out for me.
Set up already. That's nice. There you go.
So I'm in a good mood, Mike. I as everyone can see, our coup to overthrow Jeff Grubb has succeeded. Yeah, God rest his soul. I'm carrying on his legacy. Wearing his favorite color, gray, tonight. Yeah, look, Jeff Grubb is dead. We all know this, but
rest in peace.
He lives on through the rest of us.
Yeah. Jeff's just watching the kids today, everybody. He's fine. We promise. He'll be back very soon. But yeah, evenings are tough, especially when he's alone with the kids, bedtimes and all that. That's okay. He might even pop up in chat at some point here. It wouldn't shock me at all. This probably does not shock you. I am not a energy drink guy. They make me way too jittery. Just never really quite work for me.
Yeah, you're not much of a caffeine guy because you don't drink coffee.
No, I mean, I like soda a lot, and there's some caffeine in that, and like I drink these green teas a lot. I don't know how much caffeine is in these things, but I don't think there's much in any of those. I need downers to get through the day generally. Really, it's my problem. So yeah.
Hey, been there.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So like I said, plenty going on today. We did tease Jeff, but were you trying to get any of the PlayStation Anniversary Edition machines today? Because they sold out pretty much immediately. At least that PlayStation 5 Pro did. I think a lot of people really wanted. It was $1,000, by the way, which I think is where we thought it would be.
I would have if they announced it anywhere. I was like, wait, it already. I was sitting there in the chat for Game As Mornings today, and people were talking about. I'm like, wait, it happened already? Where? When? What? And yeah, apparently it happened an hour before or whatever. I'm like, when did they confirm this? I was waiting for official confirmation of hey, it's gonna happen at this time over on direct.playstation.com or whatever. And everyone's like, well, Wario64 tweeted about it. I'm like, Wario64, not an official source. Where did PlayStation announce it? And as far as I can tell, they didn't. Which that I guess maybe that was their anti-scalper tech, was just not reminding people.
I also just missed it, and I'm pretty happy. I don't think I was going to anyways. $1,000 for one console is just that's a hard pill for even Mr. Cubivore to swallow. I have to say, just couldn't. I don't think I could pull the trigger on that one. It bums me out because they really do look very cool, and it seems like a lot of people weren't able to get one. They sold out very quick. Do you think there's any chance Sony makes more, or do you think that's really it? Just those 15,000 or whatever.
Yeah, those are numbered, so that's it. They got those. They got a few that they're probably gonna hand out to influencers, streamers, whatever. That's all I got out there, man.
I'm an influencer. I'm a streamer.
But you're not a shill. No. You're not a shill with 1 million followers.
We could fix that. Well, not 1 million. No, you're right. You're right.
I don't know about that one.
I kind of hope they do. Maybe if sales of the actual PlayStation 5 Pro lag, maybe then they'll make more.
They'll bust it back out of jail.
Yeah, it's what sold really well and real fast.
Like Jeff's pointing out, though, it is such a small number when you really stop and think about it, because people remind me, and I did end up getting one of these back in the day. What was it, 500 million edition PS4 Pro? That was a weird celebration, whatever it was. They're we've put 500 million PlayStations out into the wild, and we're celebrating that with a limited edition PS4 Pro. And that was 30,000 or something. And I managed to get one of those. But they also advertised it a little bit,
right? And I think it wasn't one quite as exciting a milestone. Great, you made a lot of money, and then I forget what that one looked like. But these ones look very sharp.
It was pretty sexy. It was transparent blue with copper accents. So
Okay.
it was a pretty good
Gosh,
looking device.
I do like copper accents. Copper accents. I
Yeah.
think that's why Iron
With
Man
blue
took
especially?
off. I think the
Yeah.
copper accents is really what did with Iron Man.
Yeah. But yeah, like I've mentioned, I was gonna pick one up if I could because it would be, I wouldn't have flipped it right away or anything, but it would have been basically an investment. I could use it for work, and then when it comes time to get PS6 or whatever, it would actually be worth a little bit more money. So I could have just, sold it and made my money back. It will have worked out for me, but not getting it, like I'm still back to square one of, well, I don't need a PS5 Pro. If anything, I'm more interested than ever in getting one of their refurbs that they're selling now on their store.
Sure.
Like, that's more appealing to me as someone who kind of just needs a PlayStation around to play some games for work. That makes a little bit more sense. So maybe I'll just end up picking up one of those. Especially now what the digital edition is it's 350 or 400 for like a refurb digital
I'm not
edition, which-
sure. I'm not sure. But yeah, like me and you,
Yeah,
we
something
are
like that.
we are not powered by NZXT, us two. So yeah, like
That's
$1,000
true.
could be going towards computer
PC
stuff.
upgrades.
Yeah, or new PC. So
Yeah.
so that's kind of a lot. It is going to be interesting to see just how much the scalpers start selling these for, and that's going to be. I'm not usually one who's like, oh, the scalpers. I don't get too worked up about that, but when it's this scarce, we're going to see what those prices are. It's going to be
pretty high. As someone who does a lot of eBay stuff just in general, because, selling physical games I'm done with and stuff, I would not be surprised if all these like 4,000 that people are listing for, it's going to go down. That's just the initial boom.
Yeah.
I could see it somewhere in like the 2,000 range though. Like,
yeah, which I mean, it's twice as much. It's wild. And now like
It's a lot of money,
$2,000 for one of these. Like, my God. All right, then let's talk about that state of play that happened earlier this week. I'm not going to do a full rundown or anything, but now that we are kind of a couple days removed from it, is there anything from it that still sticks out to you, Sean?
I mean, so like the big announcement in general for everyone is definitely the announcement of Ghost of Yotai, which that looked good. Like Ghost of Tsushima didn't really do anything for me personally, just because I was sort of in that open world fatigue that I think a lot of people were having around the time. But as far as I heard, it was a good game, and so maybe I'll swing back around and play that one if I like it. Check this one out because visually striking, like Tsushima was. Yotai looks great as well. Like, yeah, I'm in there.
Yeah, and I did play Ghost of Tsushima, and I liked it a good amount. I liked it probably more than any of the other open world games that we had in that PlayStation 4 era, and there were quite a lot of them. So it's good. It's also good just to see this thing announced, right? This has always been like my guess. It's not exactly a hard guess of like, well, what are they going to announce? What can they announce? Well, it's like, I think
Sequel to a
Sucker
successful
Punch,
game, huh?
right? Sucker Punch is up to bat, and Ghost of Tsushima made a ton of money. So yeah, obviously we're getting Ghost of Tsushima, as people like to say. So it's nice just to have that out there. We have at least one of their big games for next year as a known quantity. We don't know when next year it is, and that's like kind of the thing. Like, is it going to be kind of a situation like it was this year, where there's some other things, it's some smaller things, some that hit, like Helldivers 2. When I say smaller things, there, kind of like the scale and scope.
Generally speaking, yeah, I know
right,
what
not
you
like
mean.
that traditional big AAA single player first party thing that Sony does.
Yeah.
Then there's things that miss, like Concord, and some third party stuff like Final Fantasy Rebirth. But like, yeah, that big first party game kind of seemed to be Astro Bot this year, and I wonder if we're in a similar situation next year, if they're going to have kind of a larger stable of releases going into 2025.
Right. Well, hey, speaking of Astro Bot, we are getting that speedrun DLC with some extra bots.
Yeah. So, and it's like 5, I believe, completely new levels.
Yeah.
I hate that they just said fall. I'm like say it's coming out next week, or at least give me a day. I'm so ready to dive into that. I'm so excited to really grind that out. I feel like I'm somehow being left out of the conversation a little bit, Sean, when people are talking about who's going to be doing really well in these, as if everybody forgot that the last time we like really had one of these was Neon White. I was so good at it that Dan and Jeff just quit playing the game.
Well, yeah, you were good at the game, but they hyper fixated on the first few levels and got insane times.
Yeah, but I beat those times too. I beat those
who can
times
say?
too. Who
I don't
can
know if
say?
that's on
I beat those
record
times.
anywhere.
I beat those times. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
I beat
We'll
those
see.
times.
Yeah,
We'll
actually,
see who wins
Christian
at
was
all this
better than all of
Astro
us.
Bot stuff here. Although I have to say, Jeff really did dominate a Nintendo World Championship. That was kind of all him.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He did very good at that. So he's definitely a threat for sure. Dan could be too. But he's always traveling now. He's not going to have time to do this, right? Actually, I wonder if he's going to be done traveling. I'm not sure.
Dan's never done traveling. He's never at home anymore.
Right. And then it's for me. I still am actually pretty excited about Lunar. Just
Yeah,
it's
sick.
another classic JRPG collection. I know, but those are two games that have been on my to-do list for a very long time. Right, like I've almost like bitten the bullet on the PlayStation versions a few times, and I'm glad I didn't.
Right.
It's not like a whole 2D HD thing, but they definitely look really sharp. Now it's gonna be something I just play on the Switch very easily. So yeah, I'm happy that Lunar, those first two games are getting collected.
I never heard of these games. Who makes them? Like, what's the story behind
Who
them?
makes Lunar?
First time. Yeah.
It's a good question. Who does make these?
Yeah,
It's not
because
like,
I know
I-
Working Designs was like the translation over here.
yeah, it's not. It's
Game
not like
Arts.
Game Arts.
No idea.
Yeah, they did some like cult classic RPGs back in the day, but Lunar, I believe, was. Oh, they also did Grandia.
That's right. So they did Grandia.
Oh,
Grandia 1 and 2 already have a collection.
Those I know.
Yes,
Yeah. So,
and Gung Ho also did the Grandia collection a while ago. So
okay, so that
another
makes sense. They
partnership
probably
there.
just went
Yeah,
right.
they must
to
own
the-
they must own Game Arts' library or something like
Yeah.
that.
That's definitely like the two things that they're the most famous for. Looking at everything, although
Yeah.
apparently they may be involved in Sylpheed, and I liked Sylpheed, but maybe just
Okay.
one of them. So yeah, that's
No, that was a cool
that
announcement.
was
Like
though.
I loved seeing that. It looks like a good remaster / remake too. It looks like everything looks sharp and not a lot of the problems that the pixel remasters for Final Fantasy had. It's
Right.
looking good.
Right. And those Pixel Masters eventually got in a good place, but lately, at least for me, just seeing that, oh, good, they actually have a pixelated font right away, and it's the default. Like,
Right.
okay, good. You kind of at least get it a bit. Anything else
Yeah.
from the state of play that sticks out to you now that we are a few days from it?
The one that got pop on me was seeing Stellar Blade get the Nier Automata DLC.
Sure.
That's a cool thing, Like I said in our reactions, Stellar Blade, a game I really like, Nier Automata, a game I love. So seeing these two companies collaborate in this way again, like Shift Up has worked with Square Enix on Automata stuff before over on Nikkei. So like this isn't like a crazy thing to happen, but it is just cool because now it's going to be 2B in this game that basically is Nier Automata, so
Very Near Automata coded, so it makes a lot
yeah.
of sense. And
Oh,
2B's
yeah.
been in a lot of games, but this one,
Yes.
it
Like
seems pretty fitting.
27, something like that.
something
19
wild.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's double
Oh, yeah.
digits, but yeah, and it's
Yeah.
hilarious because they're always like, well, yeah, because she just goes places, like it's all canon and everything too.
It's all
so.
canon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yoko Taro's open for business. If you want
Yeah,
to
yeah.
in your game, we can make that happen.
I love that the Nier Twitter account was like, we will gladly do anything for money. Just like, yeah, you get yours, Nier, absolutely. So I'm looking forward to that because I think that'll be fun.
Soul Reaver 1+2 Remastered
Right.
Collection
Hell
is
fucking yeah,
real.
let's fucking go.
Yeah, shouts to your best friend Tam.
Yeah, it's another one I've been wanting to play very badly lately. Just looks very similar to the Tomb Raider original trilogy collection we got not too long ago, which, despite what you think about those games, was a good collection, I think. So I'm excited for this. I'm going to be happy to play Soul Reaver. It's been a long time since it got any love. So,
Right.
yeah, so that's just kind of nice to see. We did get that remaster of Horizon Zero Dawn. It is
Yeah.
a $10 upgrade. If you already have the game, it'll be $50
Yeah,
if you buy
it-
new.
It ended up being what I kind of started suspecting it was on the Bombcast of this is like a Spider-Man remastered situation, or what I think Ghost of Tsushima director's cut, right? Where it effectively just replaces the original. Which, there's some preservation qualms I have with that, of course, but at least it is an easy upgrade path, and it's like Jeff likes to talk about the remakes that are advertised as remasters, and he calls them, like the big boy remasters. This is like a big boy PS5 update, like
Yeah.
basically just backporting some of the models, touching a few things up. They're like re-recording some of the dialogue, I believe, because some of that was a little stilted. So,
Sure.
it's an easier thing to do, and then because enough work, they're like, yeah, it's a remaster, you know, like we're not going to charge you full price if you already have it, but there it is. So
Like, I still
yeah.
think it's a little silly, but it's hard to get too upset about it. Although I did see that they raised the price of Zero Dawn after announcing the Switch.
That's another thing that I said was going to happen. Is like this is how
Yeah.
they re-up the MSRP to $60 or $70, whatever it is. So
Yeah. So
yeah.
So there's that. But yeah, I think that's some of the big stuff. There's some other things, but you know, I think as long as you go into it understanding what state of plays usually are, and to be clear, they are usually less than this.
Yes, they're usually a lot less than this.
Right, and I think it's clear that they didn't have enough juice to do one of their big PlayStation showcases.
Right.
But you know, so we did get this kind of state of play plus where we had some bigger things, and we had a very big announcement at the end with the new game. So, you know, I think there's going to be some people who just don't understand what a state of play is, and they're going to act like this was the worst thing in the world. But I thought that it was good.
Yeah, I think it was solid. You know what Jeff said, B-, and we kind of all agreed with that. The poll he ran for Game S Mornings did show most people were like saying B or C. So yeah, that B- area, like everyone kind of seemed to settle around. Like, yeah, it was decent. It was solid. Didn't blow our socks off, but a little something for everyone. Maybe not great stuff for everyone, but I think it was a better set of announcements overall. Maybe Nikki pointed this out when we were talking over it. Maybe the pacing still kind of weird in these things, but I think overall the show was solid.
But Xbox also showing off some stuff at Tokyo Game Show. So you know, there's a Metal Gear Solid Delta trailer, which by the way still has no release date. How are you feeling about?
You know what that means, Mikey?
How do you feel about Delta? Man, I'm really.
I congratulate Dan Riker for winning Fantasy Critic.
It must come out this year because he counterpicked it Fantasy Critic, which means that if the game does come out this year now and reviews well, he's going to lose a lot of points. And it's basically the only way he can lose because he's been doing very well in Fantasy Critic.
Yeah. All signs point to next year, though. If we have no release date here at the end of September, there's no way, man.
No, and I mean, we've already kind of had, I guess, you know, we can talk about this too. We already had the big shocking delay of Assassin's Creed Shadows, brain fart there for a second.
That's right.
Which is one I don't think anybody, you know, you always like, there's always a possibility of a AAA game getting delayed. I think that one was pretty surprising. Assassin's Creed's not one they usually want to.
They've done it once with what? Was it Mirage was also delayed?
I can't remember now. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Makes sense though, because there's a lot riding on Mirage too back then, so...
Yeah.
There's a lot riding on this now because apparently Outlaws underperformed, which it's like that's both not terribly surprising and also I think kind of a big shame to me in a lot of ways. I think there's a lot about that game that's good. I think it's also just kind of it's almost troubling that you can invest into making a big Star Wars game like that. I feel like that used to at least guarantee some kind of success once it reached a certain level of quality. And the fact that it doesn't, it's just kind of weird. Now, there's a lot of factors there. One of them being maybe Star Wars is not in the best shape right now. Like the last other big piece of Star Wars media we got is a TV show that got canceled, right? With Acolyte. So we're not exactly in a Star Wars boom period at the moment. Yeah, but still.
Conversely, Assassin's Creed Shadows is by far the most I've ever been interested in any Assassin's Creed, and maybe they are banking on people like me, so they do really want to get it right. So, a small delay in the grand scheme of things. I know for a giant company that means a lot, though. So hopefully it sticks the landing. But I'm looking forward to this one, so I can just only hope that it does turn out really well, and that the delay only serves to help it.
It did get moved to a pretty busy February with things like Monster Hunter and Like a Dragon, the pirate one, and some other big games now. So
yeah, I guess that's something we sort of brushed over because it's not like huge dues, but that's the first we got an official date for Monster Hunter Wilds was in the state of play, right?
Yeah. So that's coming February, and that's probably right. Unless I'm forgetting something, I think that's my most anticipated game of next year at the moment. I'm just really excited for that. I think it's gonna be.
I would have to check the calendar, but yeah, it's up there for me as well.
Into it. I'm really into
ahead. Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, other stuff from Xbox here. There was a new Indiana Jones and the Great Circle trailer. I see that you really like the Japanese voice for Indiana Jones,
Oh.
Christian.
Oh yeah, it's deep. It's like, what's going on there? It's
I saw that for a little
I
bit. Yeah,
was
it's
like,
pretty good.
I like that. I might play this game in Japanese a little bit. No disrespect to my boy Troy, but
Yeah.
like that guy is pretty good.
Yeah, there was a lot of, RPG stuff. The Pixel remasters are out on Xbox now. I think that those are great,
Nice.
and you should play those. Metaphor Fantasio got a demo.
That's right.
Yep. So you get to play a little bit of the early game there. There's a new Age of Mythologies Retold expansion announced. I kind of want to play that. As much as I liked Age of Empires 2 a lot back then, I never played a whole lot of Age of Mythology. And I know the Age of fans, I think they look back fondly on this one, and I think they're pretty happy with this remaster / remake.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on par with the other remaster they did for like Age of Empires. You know, the up-res art and all that stuff. It looks nice, and it's like it brings back good memories.
Yeah, so I
Nice.
might. Although part of me feels bad for never checking out Age of Empires 4 at all, which I think people liked quite a bit.
Yeah.
So I need to do that.
I play a
so.
lot of it. I really liked it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Then they got they kind of messed it up with the balance a little bit with some of those civilizations, but
Sure.
it was fun.
Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake got a new trailer, and I am so excited for that after playing it. I've been working on a story
too.
from playing it at Gamescom and talking to Yoji Hori and some other people that finally might be going up tomorrow, so look out for that.
Nice.
but
Also,
yeah,
I
I
had
don't-
that Fantasy Crick as well, so hopefully it does very, very well.
Yeah. And then Threads of Time is a new 2D HD RPG game by Rio Games, published by Humble Games. I've been seeing some stuff about this. Looks pretty promising.
It looks like a Saturn style RPG,
Oh, I
so
love that.
sort of like a step beyond what say Sea of Stars was going for. I'm trying to think of something equivalent, but it's sort of maybe like a I think Saturn, because of sort of the super scalar stuff it's doing, where the camera goes kind of wild,
Sure.
but still all
like a
pixel
Breath
art.
of Fire 4 kind of a thing.
I'm not super familiar with Breath of Fire. I would immediately, I think, to like the Star Ocean remake that they did
Yeah,
last
that makes
year.
good. That Star Ocean
Or
remake
Star
looked
Ocean- yeah, Star
very
Ocean,
good. Yeah.
And with really good like reflections and like lighting, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
it
And
looks
it has
fantastic.
anime cutscenes, which
Yeah,
I'm so
and they look great.
yeah.
Gosh, there really is just a lot of JRPG stuff happening. We got Suikoden 1 and 2 remasters. That's happening very soon here. And we're going to be eating pretty well. So I don't know if there's anything else that needs shouted out from this thing, but I think we're good there.
Yeah, I missed a lot of this just because of the timing of it, but I think you hit all the ones that stood out to me when Jeff was covering it earlier.
We got some fighting games.
The Final
Sorry.
the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster is on Xbox. I
said
don't know
that
if they
already.
were
Yeah, you
before.
start that.
Oh, you
You
said.
start that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow.
No,
I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention to you. like
No,
always.
it's okay. I forgive you. We got some fighting game news, though. Ken and Chun Li are going to be in Fatal Fury City
Yeah.
of the Wolves. This makes a ton of sense. This is kind of that even trade we got after we got Mai and Terry in Street Fighter 6. Terry actually just came out a couple of days ago. These are the two right choices, right?
These are the two choices. Yeah, because let's be real. Like, in terms of iconic Street Fighter characters, you have Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li. And in terms of modern characters, Luke and Juri. And so out of all of those characters, who does it make the most sense to have represent the series? At this point, Ryu's kind of just boring. And again, I say that as a Ryu player. Ryu's kind of just boring, so Ken is just the more interesting one of those, a Shoto character. And then Chun-Li representing, the female cast and everything. Like, she's classic in a way
too.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cammy's also classic, Juri's modern, but Chun-Li is very iconic. So yeah, I think these two make a lot of sense. And as people have pointed out online, this is now 3 games where you can have Ken versus Terry Bogard. So that's going to be awesome.
Smash Brothers.
Yep. And then Street Fighter 6 and now Fatal Fury.
And all the other old Capcom versus SNK games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Ken just more popular than Ryu now at this point? Like,
Yeah.
Thanks to Maximilian, yeah.
yeah, that probably helps. It probably helps.
I feel like Ken always been more popular than Ryu.
He's always a more
because,
interesting character at the very
Yeah,
least.
because
Like
he has the fire fit
Yeah.
and that kind of
Ryu,
stuff. People love that
Ryu's
shit.
just the the face of the franchise, but Ken's always been the more interesting character.
Right. It kind of always seems like a better foil for Terry than Ryu does too.
Oh,
So
100%.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, 100%.
Especially SF6 Ken, which based on they could have just been using the stock art because what I heard that they in the presentation they were like, we're announcing it now before it leaks because we just want to do it officially ourselves, and that's why they kind of just showed the key art from Street Fighter 6 of them. But if it is Street
Yeah.
Fighter 6 Ken in there, he looks more than ever kind of like an SNK character, like he could be standing next to Terry. So that makes sense.
Yeah. Sorry, people watching the stream. I forgot that you can hear anything I play. So I was watching the trailer as we were talking, so you heard that. Hey, Chun-Li, obviously makes the most sense. You know me, I'm a bit of a Cammy fan, so I would have popped off for Cammy a little bit more, but that's okay. Chun-Li obviously makes a lot of sense.
You're that Chun-Li guy? I thought you were a Chun-Li guy.
No, I'm
You
not really
look
much
like
of a Chun-Li guy. Chun-Li,
Christian, you gotta think about the beret, the hat.
the beret,
Oh,
the
that's
hat.
correct. I forgot about the femme fatales.
The femme
That's
fatales. But by the way, my Marvel's Capcom 2 team, I think it's funny because I started playing as Jill because she wears a hat. It's like a lot of people seem to be playing as Jill right now because Maximilian dude was doing it, and then
and they
Wong
play
was
with
doing-
Justin,
Yeah.
and Justin picked her up as a result.
So you see a lot of Jill players online now, which is funny. Very different
He
reasons
has
why
that
I'm doing it.
unblockable zombie, bro. That shit is.
Yeah, I've
OP.
been seeing some
That's nasty.
weird stuff with that zombie. I gotta maybe get in on that. Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom is out today. It has an 87 average score on
Ooh, why
Open
not? Good.
Critic. IGN says
I
Legend
have
of
this
Zelda.
one as well.
Oh, nice. Tom Marks at IGN says The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom is far more than some second-tier spin-off, combining the expertly crafted dungeons and item progression you'd expect from a 2D Zelda with the wild creativity provided by Tears of the Kingdom. Mark Deschamps at Comic Book with a 4.5 out of 5 says, whether you're a longtime Zelda fan or someone newer to the series, Echoes of Wisdom is a bold step forward for the 2D entries in the franchise. It took decades for Zelda to have a great game to call her own, but the result is worth celebrating. People seem generally pretty pleased with this. I think it was VGC who had a lower score. I'm actually going to try to find that one.
Yeah, I think
right now.
it would be Polygon, because I think Ash was a little down on it too.
Yeah, and I know
Some people not like hating it, but just like not super feeling it as well.
Yeah, and I know there's some grumbling about the frame rate stuff again, which seems like as much a problem here, maybe even worse than it was in that Link's Awakening remake.
Oh,
And
it's when do you want to get into that, Mike? Because we can get into it now, or we can get into that later.
real quick, I found so Andy Robb said VGC with a 3 out of 5 says despite
Which reminder, that is not a
That's
6 out
not.
of 10 or a 60 out of 100. That is a 3 out of 5, which, as Jeff usually puts it, is on your 5-star scale is like a like it. It's somewhere in like the 6 or 7 range. It means it's a good game, just not amazing.
Yeah, Andy wrote, despite some ambitious ideas beneath the surface, Echoes of Wisdom is surprisingly uneven as Zelda venture. Few of its headline mechanics are utilized to their potential, which means that, while enjoyable and charming, it ultimately feels less essential than other modern 2D entries. Wow, even those one with the Capcom game design things? Okay.
That, I will say, based on the little I played, is maybe more where I fall on this one, actually, too. So I
Okay.
don't think it's too crazy that Andy could feel that way coming out of it.
I have not played the full game yet. I just had my demo experience at GDC. I'll probably jump into the proper thing here tonight. But I've seen some people say like, hey, like all these copy abilities are great, but you kind of use like 5 of them for everything. Like it like a little bit of that Scribblenauts problem, if you know what I'm talking about, where you kind of realize like the words that work very well here. So
Right.
we joked
Yeah,
about
a lot of bed stacking.
a lot of bed
I was
stacking
watching
and spiders, I bet.
Yeah, a lot of because I was watching John's Digital Foundry video. And it looked like he was pretty far in the game, and he was still stacking beds to get to a certain place. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I'm excited to get into it, but yeah, the frame rate thing still an issue. And what the issue exactly is that it just kind of goes from 60 to 30 a lot, and it's jumping between these constantly in a way that's pretty unsettling.
Yeah, I guess I can give you the spiel now, and I'll try to give you the short version. But the problem is the same as in Link's Awakening, because it's Grezzo. but it's even worse because there's more going on. And so the problem is that it constantly bounces between 30 or 60. And it's important to note, frame rate is an average. The actual problem is what we call frame time, how long it takes for a frame to get from the device to your screen. And so, 16.6 milliseconds, do the math on that, the 60 frames per second, 33.3 milliseconds, 30 frames per second on average. The problem is that it doesn't lock to either. It constantly lets the game run at the 16 milliseconds with spikes of 33 milliseconds. And so it's doing this constantly. It's never just locking down to 30. So your average frame rate is constantly, it's not even just at 60 or just at 30. It is hovering in the middle with a lot of stuttering because it's just rapidly flickering between the two modes.
Yeah.
And so you get like an average frame rate of like 40s to 50s to 30s to, and so on average it feels very stuttery. And it's the kind of thing that we've had a lot of frame rate talk and stuff, especially with things like the PS5 Pro. This is the kind of thing the average person will notice. Even when Jeff fired up for the stream earlier today, like Nikki noticed, and a bunch of other people in chat immediately noticed, who like I know don't care about frame rates as much, because it looks like it's stuttering. And I will say, it's hard for me to play this game like because of how.
And you played Scarlet and Violet.
And I played Scarlet and Violet and love those games. Yeah, it's like at least something like Breath of the Wild, which also uses what's called it's called double buffered VSync, where it switches between the two modes. At least that, like a lot of fire happens and it just locks to that 20 for a long time,
Sure.
which not ideal by any stretch of the imagination, but at least it stays at 20. So your eyes have a little bit of time to adjust to it. This constant flickering, your eyes don't have any time to get used to it. And so it looks awful, man. It's really,
and
really bad. I like if this wasn't a Nintendo game, we would have performance mode and fidelity mode. You would have a 30 FPS lock as an option, but because Nintendo, the options were let it run sort of unlocked here or lock it down to 30. And I think they should have, at least for the overworld, locked it down to 30. If you want to do 16 dungeons, that's fine. But the fact that it has no lock at all, it's bad.
Right. And I know I can be a bit of a frame rate snob, and I usually don't expect it on a lot of Switch games. But
Right.
Look, to me, one of the benefits of if you're doing the kind of like cute, simplified art style thing like this is that, like, well, I kind of expect that to run pretty well,
Yeah.
So yeah, it's especially a bummer for a game like this.
It seems to be the problem is that the overworld, because it, again, doesn't really happen in dungeons, at least not too much. With a lot of stuff going on, it still can happen. But in the overworld, it seems like it's loading in more than it needs to, which is because the Switch has a bad CPU, is causing those frame rate spikes.
I bet I can get over it. I got over it when I was playing the demo anyways. We'll see. But
We'll see.
We'll see. It's annoying. Do you think, real quick, it's something that like the Switch 2 version of this game, or playing this game on a Switch 2, could fix?
Oh, yes. No, this is the type of thing that could be fixed by this, because it is the type of game where the Switch 2 just has, it will have so much raw horsepower being thrown at the game that it will brute force through it the way that's, say something like playing Bloodborne on your PS5, even just the game with no modifications or anything like that. Just that game will then lock to 30 FPS because you're playing on something that is just so much more powerful that it can just level that frame rate out.
Real quick here, people have been into that new Nintendo museum in Japan. We're getting some pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
My big takeaway is that there's some good looking merch there. Actually,
yeah.
There's some like some controller body pillows. There's like a section for each console with like similar stuff but themed to different consoles, and they even have like the Virtual Boy section, so that's neat. I don't know if you've been looking at anything or if anything from the Nintendo. One thing I'm not getting a lot of is museum stuff, right? But still, it looks fun.
That's what I've been hearing, is that maybe it's more Winter Wonderland than it is a museum, you know, like you go in, and so that merch is cool. It's a lot of like the same stuff, but themed around the console. So you have like the blue Wii U shirt with the white trim and like the coffee mugs and everything like themed around. Then the Switch is red and white, all the way down to the Virtual Boy with the black and the red. It's very cute. You have plushy controllers and everything. Like I really want one of those like plushy N64 controllers and the plushy Wii remotes, just because they're so silly.
Yeah.
I think that would be fun to put on like, you know, the shelf back there or whatever. That would be fun. But yeah, I'm hearing that it's more of like a trip down memory lane than it is strictly an educational experience, right?
Right. And I mean, that's what I would expect from Nintendo, but it's why, you know, using that word museum has been a little weird at all anyways, but whatever.
Yeah.
I still want to go pretty badly at some point.
Seems like it would still be a fun time, yeah.
Yeah. Why don't we take a break? We'll come back and we'll look at the super chats.
Sure thing.
Break. Yeah. My friends are in Japan now for TGS, and they were talking about like the quality of merch, and Nintendo is always like up there. Like
the quality of their merch is always really good.
No other company makes official merch like they do. Like, so I bet you that shit is pretty fucking good over there.
Are you good reading the super chats, Sean?
Yes, I am. Let me grab one here.
I was just making conversation until he got it up.
Because we haven't in any way addressed the one that came at the end of the last show, right?
Oh yeah, the last show is on podcast stuff.
Here. That was the one from Columbros, wasn't it?
Where did Chef posted it?
Here. Well, it's something. It's something for Mikey. Mike, if I like send it to you in like the group chat, you want to like read it from your phone?
Sure.
All right, cool. Here, I'll put it there for you.
He told me he was going to post it, and he didn't.
Yeah.
So fuck Chef Grubb. Fuck that guy.
Hey, don't speak ill of the dead. Come on.
I got it.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, I should be ready when you are then.
All right, we'll come back in.
All right. Oh, by the way, Mike, did you ever tweet?
I didn't. I forgot.
That's what I thought.
Too late now. Well, it's fine. It looks like everyone's here. I see the numbers. We're fine.
Okay.
All right. Bring it back.
And we're back. Sean, before you get going, we have one super chat from Tuesday's show that kind of got stuck in there as we were going offline, from Chektowski, that said, "Say like a pirate, arr, no apples in me crew, matey. Lest ye be fibrous as me mum's arse. Oh, fibrous. Okay, I'm gonna try it again. Clean read this time. Fibrous, not fibrous. Arr, no apples in me crew, matey. Lest ye be fibrous as me mum's arse." There you go. There's your pirate
Flawless.
talk. I think Talk Like a Pirate Day was not too long ago. I didn't celebrate this year. Sad to say. But Sean, you may now read some super chats.
All right, cool. First up here from Andy G. In the state of play, several Souls-like or light games were shown. Is the genre reaching a market saturation point? If this trend continues, could some of these games fail significantly? Ooh.
I mean, we're gonna maybe get there. So far, these games have been doing very well still. Like Stellar Blade was like a decent success, and then Black Myth was a huge success. There's like that new Arc something game, that MMO is now becoming like Arcade, yeah, that's becoming. Yeah. It looks kind of like a Stellar Blade, like a faster pace Souls-like ish thing.
Yeah. And similar to Arcade getting one, Dungeon Fighter getting first Berserker. Yeah. So I think there's enough of a demand that a lot of these can coexist all together, you know?
Yeah. It's I think part of it is just like that's what an action RPG is now. Like that's kind of the default.
Basically.
It's just the Souls-like, right? Like
you're either that or you are like the Kingdom Hearts / remake style, right?
Yeah, or like that more like a simpler kind of like Ys or that new Mana game, right? Like you know, there's like the simpler style, or there's Souls-like, and then like way off over there's character action, which is a bit less RPG, but it's doing its thing too.
Right.
I feel like we moved from having like straight up like Souls-like we had before with like the Surge and that kind of stuff, to these action games that are like more Souls-like.
Right.
Like we don't have
like everything getting RPG elements.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, from Chris Quinton, have you seen the Atari sauces? Can we get a segment where Mike and Dan try them all? Maybe tie them into some Blight Club punishment. You know you want to taste Atari.
One, I have very little Atari
sauces.
nostalgia. I did see these. Are they hot sauces? Because if they are, then I can't mess around with
I'm
them.
pulling up the AtariSauce.com website,
Well,
and based on the coloring alone, I would assume they are.
Yeah, I bet.
There's some that are just like various barbecue sauces as well.
Okay, this might be more of a Jeff thing. I bet Jeff would love to have Atari sauces. He loves random Atari branding more than anything. So,
Or are you telling me you wouldn't have the enchanted berry barbecue sauce?
No. Look, I can abide some mildly fruity barbecue sauces, but I'd rather not. It's fine.
You're like fruit's okay when it's an ingredient in something later, right?
Fruits as an ingredient is fine. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Not
Apple.
Consistency.
Apple's not apple though. Actually, not that. But
Apple's the one no matter what.
I don't want apple in anything, not even as an ingredient. Like, don't put that in a sweetener. Don't put it in your curry. Stop that. Come on.
From Baba is me. I at least got a little something with an Edge controller, which I did not really need. But hey, it's nice to be part of the action. Well, congrats on that. Unrelated to that, Mike's Dark Souls streams have been really great. Really enjoying them.
Thank you so much. I've been enjoying that. I am probably beating Dark Souls 2 on stream tomorrow. So that's exciting. That's a long one. I'm like 50 hours in Dark Souls 2. The first one was maybe 30. So Dark Souls 2 was a much bigger game, had a lot more DLC content of varying degrees of quality and frustration.
You get through Horsefuck Valley or whatever?
I got through Horsefuck Valley. So that was probably the worst area I've been in a Souls game. So that was obnoxious. But yeah, enjoying it. And like some divine sign of providence, Dark Souls 3 went on sale today, 50% off, and that included the edition that came with the season pass, which has the DLC. So I was able to buy that on a good discount, which I've actually been waiting for like half a year. So yeah, that worked out well.
Yeah, I've kind of been on a tear with those Souls likes, kind of proving the point of there's room for them.
People like them. People like to watch you play them. It turns out too. So it's been fun.
Good chill streams. Yeah, I often you tend to stream when I'm busy with something else nowadays, but I do tend to lurk in there on the weekends and stuff. It's always fun time.
Thank you.
Allie Miracle. Hey y'all, going to Costco. Need anything?
I've never been
to
a
Costco, guys. We always try the furniture.
I've never been to a Costco. We don't have one here. We have a Sam's Club. That's it.
I've never had a Costco membership. I tell you what, you can buy some of that Oreo Coke in bulk.
There you
go.
go
For some of that right now. Yeah.
There you go. I'm surprised by the people who tell me it's disgusting. I don't know what it is. Sometimes it's that they don't like Coke Zero, which sometimes people are like, oh, it tastes like chemicals, and I'm like, it's Oreos and Coke Zero. Like, there's not a lot of natural flavors in there.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
I think Bailey's the one who kind of surprised me on that one. Like, but you like Diet Coke. Like, you like that sort of
She
stuff.
loves Diet Coke more than Coke Zero, though, and that's already kind of a weird take. Let's be honest. So
that's just something's wrong with that girl. I don't know, man. That's not normal to like Diet Coke over Coke Zero.
No, exactly.
That's like someone who's like,
Sean
60
Drake
would say.
I think Sean Drake likes Diet Coke more than other Coke.
Oh, absolutely.
That tracks. I don't know what that means. I'm just gonna say it like that. That tracks.
Your boy Chris Pratt is in the building, Mike. He said, a bit disappointed we didn't get confirmation in the state of pain on if Mario Arcade would become a PS5 Pro. Perhaps in Nintendo Direct soon.
Perhaps Chris Pratt. We'll see.
How else are we gonna stomp those falupas?
Yeah. Or the lupas. Don't forget they're the tupas. Thanks, Chris Pratt.
Always a good bit. From Antonio Morales, why the F doesn't Sony want my money?
Yeah, and look, I get the scarcity thing and the benefits of that. I think they still shot way too low on how many of these things that they made. They could have made like 5 times as many of them and still have sold out in a day easily. So
I get they're doing a cute thing with the number and everything, but like that was such a small amount. This is, I don't know if you are aware of this, Mike. The like toxic hardcore collecting scene is like really getting up in arms about things not being scarce enough.
Oh, cool.
And so I'm sure they love this.
Well, that's
but yeah,
their
they're
problem. Like, fuck
Exactly.
that.
Those are the weirdos who are like yelling at limited run because their stuff is because it's limited time a window to pre-order rather than limited quantities.
So
in
it's
advance.
better for consumers.
So it's better for consumers,
Yeah.
exactly. But they're like, no, we want it to be extremely limited, so our thing is extremely rare. Okay, they want something very valuable in their stuff.
Yeah,
Which
sucks to
go
suck.
hell. Yeah. Dat Boy Jerry, did Reichert Luck get Dan a 30th anniversary PS5? I don't think he was trying for it.
Yeah, and I don't.
He wasn't trying for it, but he's gonna stumble into a crate full of them somehow.
I really I really don't know how many of those they're sending out to people, if any. We'll see. I bet he'll get a PlayStation 5 Pro, but I don't know about a 30th anniversary one.
Right. I mean, he'll probably get sent a Pro because he did with the Slim. So, but yeah, the 30th anniversary, if any of those make into the hands of streamers, influencers, is gonna be very select. So probably not. Simon from Saskatchewan. What would be the best IP that could work as a JRPG? Star Wars could be a good fit, but would never happen. Also, any news on that Oblivion remake?
I think I would take Star Trek even over Star Wars. Star Wars worked well as a Western RPG with the invisible dice rolls and all that stuff. I think Star Trek, with its more methodical, slower, more cerebral storytelling, would do well as a turn-based.
You should say better.
It's better. Yeah. I don't. There's no news about Oblivion. If Jeff's heard anything about it, he hasn't said anything about that to me. So I think that's gone kind of quiet.
Either. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what I would want to be a JRPG. Like, assuming that means, just like traditional turn-based. Probably
Tron.
just Tron. Have you seen Tron?
It's basically just be like that Sea of Stars thing with the bouncing that shield around or whatever it was.
Yeah, that is fun. Like, bouncing a disc back and forth. I just assume some anime I like. I just can't quite put my finger on what. It's like seeing them turn Cowboy Bebop into a JRPG somehow.
Sure,
that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Next up would be Chris Pratt once again.
Oh, wow.
Jeff Shrub got a haircut, and Mike Minion looks much younger today. New moisturizer, perhaps.
Must be. You got it, Chris. Thank you.
I'm trying to grow out my hair a little more, so
Yeah.
I'll look even more like Jeff.
me too.
No facial hair though. I can't pull that off. Yeah, you're really working on those long flowing locks?
It's actually been a while since I shaved, and like it's starting to get kind of patchy and stringy up here. I gotta really
you got like noticeable stuff on the sides.
Yes, you can actually see hair, which is kind of bad. It's not coming in all the places, so I gotta work on that this weekend.
It's more noticeable. Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay. From Mr. BLTs. What should I do with my 30th anniversary PS5 Pro I was lucky enough to get? Keep or play the crazy market like the eBay bros? LOL. Sorry, Jeff.
You should sell it to me for retail price. No, I don't want it. Look, I'm not usually like, you should sell it on eBay, but like you could very well sell that for twice as much. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out. See what people are doing. Then make your decision, because you could make a lot.
It's an extremely rare item. So like if you bought it to play it, just play it. It's fine. Like, as long as you keep everything, you'll still retain some value. If you bought it as an investment piece, which, hey, no judgment. Honestly, it's just as long as you're willing to keep it sealed, it only goes up in value. So, hey, if you want to send your potential kids to college with that one someday, that's your choice. It's all a matter of like when you want to get rid of the thing, Next up is from it moved on me. Glitch. Hey guys, want to gloat a little that I was able to pre-order 30th Anniversary Pro. Seeing notifications that Wario 64 helped a lot. Apparently, huh?
Yeah. Wario 64 is the thing you need to follow more so than
because he's like the only person who let everyone know.
Yeah.
Well, hey, congratulations, Glitch. From Snoopy. Currently hunkered down in the path of hurricane. Is it Helene?
Helen? Actually, I don't know.
There's the E on the end there, so I assume it's Helene. What are some memorable moments of severe weather in games? Well, first of all, stay safe out there. Yes, Snoopy.
Yeah, stay safe. Appreciate that. I don't know why the first thing I thought of is that area in Final Fantasy X where you have to like dodge the lightning strikes.
The lightning?
If you do it like 100 times in a row or something, you get like Lulu's best weapon or something annoying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it was like 1,000, but yeah.
It's a lot.
I don't know how memorable this would be for a lot of people, but do you remember that level at towards the end of Shovel Knight where it is pitch black, but it's a storm, and so it's like constantly raining, and you just have to like the rain pitter pattering against Shovel Knight's armor is how you can see his outline in the darkness, and there's like occasional flashes of lightning. That was very visually striking, so I thought that really stuck with me. But yeah, anytime there's like a lot of rain and stormy and stuff, it's always
kind of surprised. Can't think of more like tornado things. I think there was maybe a tornado level in Mickey Mania, probably based on the cartoon where Mickey was the band leader or something like that. But otherwise, I'm like striking out on tornado levels.
You know what is cool?
What?
In Helldivers, when like the storm comes in and you don't see shit.
That's good. That's good.
I can't remember what it is, but I remember in some platformer there's a level that like takes place in a tornado that I played somewhat recently. I can't remember what.
I think on Charter 4, when you're first like deserter, at some point when you're on like the island towards the end of the game, there's a big storm happening and it's pretty striking. I kind of recall that, but yeah, there you go.
You know, this might be recency bias, but like in Frostpunk 2, when a whiteout happens, racist. Yeah, this might be racist bias. No, in Frostpunk 2, when a whiteout happens,
a whiteout.
Yeah. It covers the entire. You see the entire storm and the big map coming across. That's pretty.
I want to.
Cool.
I want to play. I want to play Frostpunk 2 here pretty soon.
Pretty good.
Oh, Jesse in the chat points out that Street Fighter Alpha stage originally with just the field, storm clouds and the lightning. Yeah,
iconic. Yeah.
Classic. Next up would be B. Traven, enjoying Echoes of Wisdom, but I am tired of the chibi tilt shift Funko Pop art style in these games. Would love another top-down 2D art style.
I like the way these games look. I kind of get it. I think maybe calling it Funko Pop style was a little harsh. But
I don't love the look. I think it was more egregious in Link's Awakening, where we all had in our minds an image of what Link's Awakening is supposed to look like, and it deviating from what you expect made it look worse, which I think both me and Jeff had a problem with. In Echoes of Wisdom, where it is its new own original thing, I think they can get away with it a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it works relatively well, I would say, in there, but yeah, hit or miss for some people, I can see. Jesse Sakin, where does Astro rank on your fave 3D Mario list? Well, this I actually addressed with Jeff and Dan and Nikki when we were talking about on the review cast that we did of it, and I think we were all in agreement that for us, the only Mario game that outranks it is Odyssey, and for me at least, Odyssey hardly outranks it. But it's certainly at least on par with the Galaxies, and I would say even surpasses them for me.
That's interesting. It's like I feel like I like Astro Bot even more than you do, but I also am maybe not as willing to say that it's better than the Galaxy.
Right. Games. Well, yeah, because you like Galaxy more than I do. So
it's close. Like that's hard, and I'm also like Mario 64. I think is still amazing and important. So it's like there's probably quite a few Mario games I still ultimately like more than it. Like I might even like 3D World, because I think 3D World is very, very good.
Oh well,
and it scales the difficulty thing that we have a problem with is much better in 3D World.
I think we weren't grouping 3D Land and World in there.
Well, are you Dan Reichert-esque? It's not mainline kind of person over here. Why not?
No, I just don't think of it as a 3D Mario game. I think of it as its own thing because it's isometric. That's it. All
right. To me, that's one of the three. I mean, Land also, it's better than Land.
I know some people like Land more. Interesting.
No, really? That's weird.
Yeah, I think Ben Hansen is one who said that recently, where he just liked the smaller scale puzzles that it had.
Yeah, you can't take that guy seriously.
I think it's definitely better than Sunshine and 3D Land, and then some of the other ones, it's close.
But
even
the Sunshine, because like the way I look at them in a more reviewer sense, I'm gonna try to avoid using the O word, but in that sense, I do think that Sunshine is on the bottom of the totem pole, even though that's actually my favorite 3D Mario behind Odyssey.
It has the most objective flaws here. I'll use it right. It has problems for sure, even though it does.
It Yeah,
oh,
like once you get into like the speedrun tech, that's where Sunshine
Sure.
really shines. It's like
Yeah.
it's just really good once you get the hang of using the spray and then slip and slide. When you slip and slide all over the place, that's really fun.
I will say, like, Odyssey's probably the one that to me is still like obviously better, but Odyssey's like maybe the best game ever to me. So there you go.
Yeah, it's just absolutely
good.
incredible. Yeah. But yeah, I think they have a good like I compare it to this is like their Galaxy One. I can't wait to see what their Galaxy Two
Sure.
is, pretty much. From Sludge Reinhold, hey friends, just got an unexpected promotion at work today. So to celebrate, here's a little cheddar for the beef. Thanks for all you do.
Oh,
Thank you, Sludge.
could use some cheddar. Thank you very much. Oh, I haven't had Arby's in a bit. I'm trying to be good though. Oh, it sounds good. Oh, maybe I'll get a beef and cheddar this weekend.
From Hey You Peekaboo, good day, duders. You started the McMahon doc yet?
Probably will this weekend. Maybe even I don't know if I want to put that on tonight as I start Zelda. Maybe I will. That kind of sounds fun. Here's the
I
cute
don't wanna
Zelda
get
game
depressed.
and the documentary about a monster. All right, let's go.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to get depressed or like angry.
Yeah, not my cup of tea. I think I'll be passing on that one.
That's fair.
Mikey O'Leary's up next. Beyond the manufactured scarcity, it's bananas to me that Sony didn't also make plates, but I did get DualSense and DualSense Edge, so I'm good.
Yeah, it's weird. Nobody they don't want to actually sell plates very much of it at all because
Yeah,
they make just sell consoles instead. People will buy those anyways, make a lot more money, I guess.
I guess. Yeah, but like I know Jeff was saying that he just wanted it for the look. He just likes the PS1 look. He doesn't care at all. That's a collector's item. And if that's what I care about, you're gonna be able to get gray plates, you know. It'll be fine. You can get probably like a decal for the middle or whatever. Like if you really want that look, I'm sure I would not be surprised at all if it's a D brand, especially who does it because they love giving the middle finger to Sony. So
Sure.
yeah. And then from Jesse Sacken once again, anyone else get 30th controller today? Love it. Well, apparently Mikey O'Leary did, but
Yeah, I mean,
I did not myself.
no, like, and that's maybe one I like. Oh, I'll just get the controller and be happy with that. But I have a lot of PlayStation 5 controllers now, because like I have the ones that just came with the PS5 and the Slim. Then I got an Edge, and I have the Astro Bot one. It's like I really don't need any more PlayStation 5 controllers. I'm pretty set there.
Yeah.
These aren't limited, aren't they? Like this like
It's limited time, and
Alright.
the distribution's gonna be smaller, obviously, but they are just like a relatively normal item. I actually don't remember now if they are available everywhere, but I know they are going to be on the PlayStation Store. And then what someone said they got them at was it Walmart or Best Buy earlier today as well? They went up, so yeah, it's going to be a limited time thing, but you'll probably be able to get your hands on one of those if you really want to. I just don't want one because the DualSense
Kills you.
weird. Yeah,
Alright,
it hurts
your
me.
hands.
It hurts me deeply, Mike.
I won't make any more jokes about people have been taking this. I want to say on the record, I don't actually think you're a bad person if you have to wear sunglasses. There, that was a goof.
Going to Bailey's stream and tell her that.
Anyways, I think that's it on Super Chats for now.
That's it for Super Chats for now. If anyone else wants to get a question in before the end of the show, well, hey, as you can tell, you get bang for your buck when me and Mike are on the show. We'll ramble about anything.
That's right.
Give us a good enough prop, so make sure to get those in there. But yeah, for now, we're good, Mike.
All right, why don't we take another break? There's some kind of weird game based around me that I'm worried about. We'll get that set up here in a moment. We'll be right back.
What do you mean weird? It says totally innocent game.
Yeah.
What's weird about that?
Yeah.
I don't
There's
understand.
nothing weird about what's going on. Let
Let me turn
I have
on
to
the
set this up, and I
sound
also
of
have to
this,
go.
because
me
just in
chat
case.
back up.
Okay, 1 second. I totally forgot that if I don't once I do this, I'm gonna really set it up again.
Oh,
1 second,
damn,
everybody.
that's good.
What was that?
The mango monster.
Is it bad that I assumed you drank a Coca-Cola Oreo thing? I'm gonna get one here in a second.
If I had one of those, I'd probably be drinking that right now. But yeah, this is really hitting the spot.
Okay, and then over here, we have to make Sean bigger.
Oh, can I? Let me adjust this.
Like this. All right, he's down here. I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. Become so tired, so much
Meat
more
flavored
aware.
soda? That sounds
So
terrible.
much more aware.
Why would I want that?
There, Sean. We're gonna make him.
And be less
blow
like
up
you.
this tiny little window.
You can hide the other people talking. The other square. Now you.
Well, if I do that now, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just make sure Windows not over you. And yeah, there you go. Maybe make the game a little bit smaller. Like try to get as much of the frame in there as possible. You could even put it over the overlay if you need to.
Yeah, you put it on.
If you just crop it. I think that's what you did last time.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
First time podcasting, everybody.
Well, yeah, bad news. I have to go to the bathroom too. I'm gonna take Penny out real quick. So
that's
fine.
Fan
for a little bit. We'll be right back. Ready to go. One moment.
Okay. I forgot. I forgot about that, Mikey. The fucking Jones soda with a turkey soda. Oh my god.
Turkey soda?
Turkey soda. Doesn't that just sound awful? I've never had it, so I can't like pass judgment completely. But yeah, it sounds. Ugh.
Your country is run by raccoons, brother. Like
pretty much.
You look at the garbage like a French looks like like a table of snails or something like that. You know, it's like this is cuisine.
Yeah, we do some messed up stuff. A lot of our fast food just goes way too wild, you know.
I love raccoons. They do eat garbage.
Important part of the ecosystem, raccoons.
There were 2 raccoons and a possum on my deck at the same time a week ago. Okay, that's a lot. It's like, don't they hate each other?
Oh yeah, did they get in a fight or something? That'd be messed up.
I think they hate each other. I thought.
Oh, yo, 7-Up Shirley Temple that has pomegranate. I love pomegranate, Mikey. That sounds great. I love the cranberry Sierra Mist, but not Sierra Mist isn't a thing anymore. I wonder if anyone's like carrying the torch for that this year. That's why I would always get around like Thanksgiving.
I'm a basic bitch. I like Pepsi Twist and Coke with coffee. The one with kind
I do like the Coke with coffee. It shouldn't work, but it does. Remind me, what flavor is Pepsi Twist? Like we used to have it a while ago, but haven't.
Pepsi with a little bit of lime.
That's the lime one. Okay, yeah. For us, Pepsi Twist I think was lemon, but
it's lime and lemon here.
Oh, it is okay.
Yeah.
Oh man,
but it was like more. The lime was more like.
I can't remember where, but we talked about favorite sodas the other day on some show, and yeah, Coke with lime is my favorite soda. That stuff's just fantastic.
Yeah, Pepsi Twist was like a Brazil thing. I think they still sell it in Brazil. But yeah.
We just like got as a limited edition now, Pepsi with lime specifically. We got Pepsi with lime and Pepsi orange, I think. Just put some citrus stuff in there.
I don't know about that one. Orange. Lime is better than lemons. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
You're correct, Wisman.
Absolutely. Lime goes in every drink. My favorite like alcoholic drink is Cuba Libre, you know, Coke with rum with some lime in it.
Alrighty, I am here.
All right.
Oh, did we talk about Overwatch and My Hero Academia? That looks like a good...
No, it didn't.
They don't look good.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
We can bring it up later. Maybe.
Don't worry about it.
You can submit a super chat, Christian, if you want to talk about it. No.
Don't worry about it. I just wanted to say they look cool, and I like My Hero Academia.
You know me, I'm grumpy. I'm cynical about the collaborations.
I don't think they look. I think Maya's Uraraka looks good, but I think the other ones are a bit iffy.
Was it May?
Is it not?
I thought it was the new character. I thought it was Juno as
Uraraka. That sucks then, because I like Uraraka and I play May, so screw that.
Time to learn support. All right, I think we're ready to go.
All
right, let's go.
All right, we're back. There's some kind of game we're playing. On the screen it says "Totally Innocent Game." He. What is this? What is this, Sean?
Wow, I mean, avid Game Mess Decides fans may recognize this slide from a previous episode because that's right, Beefhammer is back. And we're going to find out what games Mike Minotti remembers reviewing tonight, y'all.
Okay.
This is the Minotti, an unexpected follow-up.
So I would have been really confident in this, except there was that thing with Pushmo World where that got brought up, and I was like, I have no memory of playing Pushmo World, and I saw a review, and it's funny, when I started up my Wii U, it was on my screen. I'm like, okay, I played this game, I guess. So Jeff actually did pretty good when he did this.
Yeah, to give credit where credit is due, this was, of course, directed by Beef. I promise, Sean, this will be a one-time special. Hammer. Executive produced by Sean, smart enough to not believe Beef's lies. McDowell, damn right. And is inspired by Jeff's actually pretty good memory.
Yeah, shit.
So we're going to see if you do any better than Jeff. Jeff only got one wrong, as I recall. Right, Christian? I think that was right.
That's right.
Yes, he got one wrong, and so did Mike. But you only need that one to do like massive damage to their confidence and like humanity.
Jeff crumbled after that one. So Christian, if you could just keep scorekeeper for us as well, because I might forget. That'd be thank you. All right, Mike, are you ready?
I guess so.
All right. Well, quick rundown of what we're going to be doing here. In the one-time special, Jeff pulled out impressive 12 out of 13 from his back pocket there. Mike had his own Captain Toad moment, as he said, with Pushmo World. Beef Hammer's making a competition. Could Mike's memory actually be worse than Grubb's? Same 2 rounds. Mike, you will get games that you probably remember exist and games you maybe forgot about.
Okay, I do feel pretty confident going into this. I don't think there's any more Pushmo Worlds out there. I think I'm going to be okay.
All right, well, I guess we'll find out. First up, game number 1, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury.
Yes, because I think was it Jeff sometimes gets confused and thinks it was a preview I did where I talked about the cat shines, but no. I'm pretty sure that was the review, because I also gave it a very good score, and Nintendo didn't care about that. They cared about the fact that I said how many cat shines were. See, I reviewed this one.
Okay. See, I thought it was a preview as well, so I guess maybe I'll be surprised here. But the correct answer is that you did review it, and yes, you did give it 5 stars on the game speed scale.
Well, there you go. It's fun. Yeah, I did not even like. I liked base 3D World. Okay, I thought it was kind of a weaker 3D Mario, but then the stuff they did here, speeding it up, adding like a couple new moves, I really liked 3D World with this. Version.
I love 3D World, but it is just the better way to play that game for sure.
Yep.
You called it 3D platforming bliss, though. Just pointing that out.
It was just
in the revision, I suppose. In the revision, yeah.
God, that's already 3 years ago. Okay.
Game number 2 is Borderlands 2.
Oh, is it already this bad? Oh no. Oh, this is a hard game.
You guys have been doing this for too long.
Yeah. I definitely played Borderlands 2. I'm just trying to think if
Everyone did, yeah.
Right. I'm trying to remember if I reviewed it, because part of me is like, I think I played this the same time as like my brothers did, so I couldn't have been reviewing it if I was talking to them. Shit.
I love the mind games that this plays of... oh god, this is so good. But he says in the chat, this is just here for the picture, by the way.
Yeah.
But just the way this destroys you.
The picture is Randy Pitchford bothering
Kevin Hart,
because I like this game, and I can almost see the score, and I'm also just I'm leaning towards no. In my defense, I think I reviewed more games than Jeff did. I'm gonna say I didn't review Borderlands 2.
Saying no, you did not review Borderlands 2. Well, Mikey, you did review Borderlands 2.
This is bad. I'm already
tied 92
this is
out of 100.
Oh,
you said it's rough. It nearly perfects the blend of shooter and role-playing game back in 2012.
It's a good game. I like Borderlands 2. Oh, this is bad. Man, oh my god, that was 12 years ago. Holy shit.
It sure
Almost
was.
exactly 12 years ago. Okay.
Oh, this is great. This is you're already tied with Jeff. It's all downhill from here.
This is rough. Okay, let's see what else. God, I have no memory of that.
Game number 3, Hearthstone, a game you've certainly talked about a lot, but did you review it?
I I hate this.
I remember you saying this would be so easy to.
Yeah, no, this is bad. This is bad because I probably wrote 100 stories about Hearthstone. I cover Hearthstone a lot. I played a ton of Hearthstone. You don't. It's so. How do you review? I mean, you can obviously. I'm just trying to remember.
1.0.
Yeah, and like, did I review Hearthstone when it was out? Part of me's trying to do like the high school thing, like, well, there's already 2 yeses. Come on.
Trying to metagame the game here.
Right. I'm just like trying to think. I don't know if I ever actually reviewed Hearthstone. I wrote about a lot. I have no memory of writing a review score for Hearthstone. I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Mike says no. The answer is no. James Wilson reviewed
Jason
Hearthstone
Wilson.
for GameSpeed. Yeah, Jason Wilson. I was gonna say, who the fuck is James Wilson? Beef has a typo here. How dare you have a typo in our free entertainment, Beef?
Okay, that's right. Yes, Jason also did play it a lot, so good.
Yeah. Jason said that's Magic the Gathering for noobs, and it's one of the best free-to-play games around.
It was. I loved it a lot. Okay, that's good. I'm back in this.
All right. Next up, game number 4, Dead Rising 3. Game you've talked about recently.
Right. But a game I distinctly remember getting as a birthday gift from my brother AJ, because he knew I wanted something else to play on my new Xbox One. So that leads me to believe that I never reviewed. Now, there's a possibility that after I beat it, I just wrote a late review, but I don't think so. I don't think I reviewed Dead Rising 3. It was a birthday gift.
Okay.
No.
And you did not review it, correct? Gavin Green reviewed it for GameSpeed.
Okay.
Saying it's Xbox One's gigantic, though bizarre and simplistic step into the next generation.
Good game. I liked Dead Rising 3. That was fun.
Yeah. By the way, Beef says in chat that in his defense, he did this while watching your streams, Mike. So I guess we can't be too mad at him.
All right, that's fine. As long as you're, generating revenue for me.
All right, game number 5 is Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor.
Why is so much of the Xbox 360 generation a blur to me? Or
Lots
Xbox
of
One.
grays, lots of 596p. Lots of
I wish it was the second one because I know I didn't even play the second one. So the first one though, I'm definitely. Here's the thing: I'm a Lord of the Rings guy, but so also was Jason Wilson. But he didn't play a lot of AAA games. This almost certainly would have been me. I'm gonna say I reviewed this.
Okay. And you didn't! Jeff Grubb reviewed this one,
Why did Jeff
Mikey.
review it?
Why did Jeff review this one? He hates this shit.
Oh, I'm doing worse than Jeff. Oh.
Speak of the devil, Jeff said that Shadow of Mordor is dynamic and exciting with a crazy flaw. What's the crazy flaw here?
What was the flaw? I don't know.
Open world.
It was based on Lord of the Rings. No, that's damn.
He said, at its core, Shadow of Mordor is a fresh, exciting game. I love what it does to make every enemy feel special. Open world games like Assassin's Creed, Grand Theft Auto haven't really done much to expand on the possibility for emergence in the genre. They look like a pair of Casio digital wristwatches compared to the complex moving parts of Shadow of Mordor's intricate cuckoo clock. Jeff used to be a good writer. What happened?
God, I wonder what that. Now I want to read this and see what he thought the crazy flaw was. Oh well.
Yeah, that's a hell of a headline. Tell you what.
Well, I'm already officially have worse memory than Jeff Grubb somehow, so that's very distressing.
We will not let you forget.
I should have gone my gut of actually remember if I did the review or not, because I don't remember doing the review. I'm just like, well, I must have. It's the Lord of the Rings game. Nope.
Yeah. Okay, well,
10 years ago.
You're whatever for 2 right now. Game number 6 is Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, or Rainbow Paintbrush for our palette friends.
I'm pretty sure I do remember reviewing this one, because I do remember being disappointed it wasn't quite as good as Canvas Curse was on the 3DS. And I think I remember doing the score and everything. So I'm going to say, yes, I reviewed this one.
Okay. You did review it. You said it's a finely molded touchscreen adventure.
Yeah, 82 is probably too high for it.
Clay. Yeah, 82 out of 100.
Okay, back when we were using that 100-point scale, everybody.
Yeah, squeezing every point out of that one.
Yeah.
hopefully you might pass round 1 easily because it might get harder with round 2. Games Mike maybe forgot about.
I'm
well,
hoping,
Beef, he got 2 wrong already. So
I'm hoping that because the games are more obscure or whatever here, it's actually going to be easier for me to remember. We'll see, because I can't. I don't want to lose anymore. I'm already doing worse than Jeff, which is embarrassing.
Right.
So I gotta have some redemption. Yeah.
All right. Well, game number 1 in round 2, 7 overall, is The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes.
I distinctly remember reviewing this one. I think I gave it 7 or something. I remember being a little disappointed in it. It's an okay game. It's a good game even, but even compared to Four Swords, not a whole lot there. Okay. So yeah, I reviewed this one.
You did, and yeah, you were in the ballpark there. You gave a 75 out of 100.
Yeah. I think
I
made my brothers play with me.
Better as a co-op affair than as a solo act. So yeah, it sounds like something where you got the Minotti bros in there with you.
All right, good.
Cool. Game number 8, Transistor.
I also remember reviewing this. Yeah, it's working. This is better.
Hey.
Remember reviewing this one because I'm slightly more down in this game than most people. I thought that like the tone, everybody in this game is whispering and talking like they're on Ambien, right? It kind of drove me a little crazy after a while. So yeah, I reviewed
It's a dreamy
Transistor.
city, bro.
It's a little too dreamy.
Too dreamy.
Oh my god.
You did review it. You gave it a 75 out of 100. You said it's a beautiful strategic game starring a bunch of boring people, which Beef editorialized as your headline is 100% correct.
Yeah, there we go.
Deserve video games. I
I didn't love Transistor either. And I say as a huge fan of Bastion.
I love Bastion.
I didn't love Transistor. Game number 9, Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright.
See, so far it's working because I somehow never played this game.
Wow, really?
I know. It seems it took a while for it to get localized, and then once it did, I did buy it. I have it. Then this is like, it just didn't quite get around to it. So
now I'm curious. Does that mean that Jeff would have reviewed it?
I don't know who would have reviewed it on our website.
Yeah, because he loves Professor Lane. So okay,
maybe no one did on our website. Let's see.
Heather Newman reviewed
Heather! Okay, there you go.
Saying, no objection, Professor Lane versus Phoenix Wright is a satisfying mashup. Okay.
I should get to it at some point.
I started it, and because I don't love Professor Lane, I kind of bounced off it, but I mean to go back and give it a second chance.
I've heard some mixed things.
Okay. Let's see. Froze a little bit there. Game number 10, Yarny himself. It's Unravel.
Yeah, so once again, I think I'm saved just by the fact that I don't think I played Unravel. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm saying I don't think just because it's going to be really embarrassing if it turns out I did. But yeah. I'm pretty sure I did not play Unravel, so I don't think this could have been me.
And the correct answer is... No, you did not. Jeff Grubb did. I think this is maybe the first time I remember seeing Jeff Grubb's name is where I remember reading reviews for this. And I think I stumbled upon Games Beats. But yeah, he said it's cute and touching, and it'll drive you mad too, giving it an 82 out of 100 there.
Yeah, there you go. Also using that 100-point scale. I like it.
Yeah. Alrighty. Game number 11 is Sundered.
I don't think I even know what this game is. I don't think I know what this game is. I could not have reviewed
so sick
this.
If you reviewed this one,
it would suck so hard if I reviewed this. But I don't remember this video game, let alone reviewing it. I'm gonna have to say no.
This also seems like it would be a Jeff Grubb joint. The answer is that you did review it. You reviewed it not too long ago either.
This game,
2017.
No, I remember it now.
You gave it an 88 of 100?
Good, actually. Nobody remembers this game. Oh, shit. I just didn't recognize that key art at all. As soon as I saw my review, I remembered it. No. Oh,
the beauty of exploration
like
and death.
It looked like an RPG. As soon as I saw it's a Metroidvania, I remember.
Let's read the summary here from Mike Minotti. Sundered is an easy recommendation for anyone who enjoys Metroidvanias. It has all the stuff you'd want, including a focus on exploration and finding new abilities. But it's interesting you used wrong its interesting takes on character progression, depth, and level layouts.
You have to kick me while I'm down. I had an editor.
You pointed out when someone else did the other day, so yes, I did.
Yeah.
And level layouts come together to make Sundered feel like something new. And gorgeous 2D art and animations back up the smart design. Mike Mahardy, it was for Mike there, where he kicked his review while he was down. Anyways,
that was funny when I did it.
It was pretty funny when you did it.
This is
Beef.
bad.
Beef in the chat says this was the moment I was waiting for.
This is off because God, like I remembered it almost as soon as I saw this, and because like that key art, I was like, "What is this Lovecraftian RPG nonsense?" I have no memory of this, and now, shit, that's bad. That's bad.
Do you feel death?
It's not good. It's not good. Well, like this one's not so much my memory. I think I was tricked. And this is an obscure game, and I like this game more than most people too. I think it's a little underappreciated. And gosh,
88 out of 100.
I haven't thought about Sundered in a while. Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good.
Bravo, Beef, you got him.
You got me.
Game number 12, Fantasia Music Evolved. What? I assume this is a Connect game.
This was a Connect game.
Like Dance Central. Looks
very
like
Dance Central coded. Another one that I'm going to be honest, don't remember if I reviewed it. I definitely played it. I mean, come on. It's a Disney game called Fantasia. I bet I reviewed this one. If it's Jeff Grubb again, I'm going to lose my freaking mind. I think this one had to be me, though.
And Mike, you did move it to the beat in Disney Fantasia Music Evolved, which adds a creative and interactive element to the music game genre.
Okay, that's something.
That headline was definitely from early on in your career.
This is a little bit later. Yeah, not my best work, probably.
I mean, 2014. That was 10 years ago. I'm just saying,
but
relatively
I've been doing
speaking.
it for a while. I was a couple years in, I guess, at that point, or even more than that. But yeah,
86 out of 100. Yeah,
I liked Fantasia.
You said Rock Band and Guitar Hero are about playing music. Disney Fantasia Music Evolved is about playing with music.
Pretty deep stuff. That's good writing right there. That's good. That's
Get
good.
the fuck up. Get the fuck up.
This pretentious guy. Yeah,
That's good stuff. Hell yeah, Mike.
Oh man. Okay, game number 13, Yoshi's New Island.
Never played it. It looked so hideous, and people said bad things about it that I just didn't bother with it. So this one, I know it's not me. It's not me.
It was Jeff Grubb who reviewed it. And yeah, he talks really poorly about this one, so that makes sense that he reviewed it. He said it's a skewed dream version of the original.
Okay. That's a little bit of a bounce back there. How did Jeff do so well in this? This is bullshit.
I guess he has a really good memory, apparently.
I think he had a lot of lucky guesses is what I think, but sure.
Lucky guess. Probably also that.
I demand a third version where we're going back and forth later. That's what I
That would
demand.
be good, if you can go back and... Yeah, well, there you go, Beef. You're here. Game number 14, Rage 2, as presented by Andrew WK. Right, that's the person you don't know.
Oh, no, I don't.
Wow.
Shit. I remember liking Rage 2. I don't think I reviewed Rage 2 though. This one could be embarrassing also, but I think Rage 2 is underappreciated. I think it's a fun game. I'm going to say no. I don't think I reviewed Rage 2.
Correct answer is
please. Shit.
Mike
Unscored!
reviewed Rage 2.
That doesn't count. Doesn't count.
All right, I need to read what's going on here. Beef says it's unscored, so not counting it. Just reminding Mike to finish the review.
Yeah, we did that. Look, sometimes we didn't finish a game, we unscored it. And like, we'll get back to it later if we can, and sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
okay.
I wrote impressions.
You said, impressions, fun wins. Let's see. Okay, let's read your excerpt here. Unscored, you said, I'm not digging Rage 2's story or setting. Maybe I still have a ways to go before completing
I must still. I was like, I barely even remember if I beat it or not.
Oh, I think you would remember that. Maybe the plot will win me over. Maybe the world will do something surprising and evoke something besides Mad Max. Even if it doesn't, I still like Rage 2. Artistically, it's uninspired, but mechanically, it's one of the best shooters I've played in years. Fun wins out.
Wow, that's deep too. Fun wins out, everybody.
What
Can't
a
keep
writer
fun
this
down
guy,
forever.
No, yeah. Somehow fun has returned.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so again, that one doesn't count since it wasn't a full review. So fair
Yeah,
enough.
that's
fair
technically
enough.
right. Okay, that's oof, getting me there. Is that it? Am I out of this hellhole?
Well, there you go. That's the end of the
Good.
game there, Mikey. You got 3 wrong. So 3 times as worse as Jeff Grubb. That's how that math works out. Beef Hammer's predictions were that Mike will get around 10 or 11 of the 13 right. Beef
That's
was right.
correct. I think I got 10 out of 13 right. I missed 3.
That is how the math works there.
Yeah.
Beef's prime candidates for misses are Hearthstone, Professor Lane versus Phoenix Wright, Sundered, there you go, and Fantasia.
I think out of those, I only missed Sundered.
Yeah, I think that was the only one.
Out of those,
I think you got
I can't,
missed-
right.
what were the other 2 I
You
missed?
miss Borderlands 2 and Shadow of Mordor.
That's right.
That's right. Yes, messed up.
Yes.
That's messed up.
Yeah, because you assumed you would be the Lord of the Rings guy, and then Borderlands 2, you just Hail Mary.
Yeah, I
on
had
that
good
one.
reasons for both of those. Borderlands 2, I think I should have gotten. I should have gotten both of those. So, Sundered, I was set up.
Beef Hammer also predicts that Jeff will forever make fun of Mike's memory now if he doesn't beat his score, which he did not. So, yeah,
Fair.
True. He will, yeah. Mike will yell at his famous ally Beef Hammer several
I'm
times.
glad you still remember that bit. It's famous ally of mine, Beef Hammer.
That's a good bit. Mike will never finish the Rage 2 review.
Nope.
And bonus prediction, Mike doesn't remember how many cat shines are in Super Mario 3D World.
Like 300? It's a lot, right? Is that too
Whoa,
many?
Don't say it. They're gonna jail you again.
Was it 300?
How many cat
How many
shines
cats?
are
If I come
Bowser's
up, that's gonna be
It's,
incredible.
I thought it was 120. It's
That
Mike gets 100.
Oh, way off then. Okay, good. I don't know why I thought it was 300. Maybe that's how many moons you needed to like beat the base game in Mario
In Odyssey.
On Odyssey, I don't know. I don't know where I got
Yeah,
300
maybe,
from.
yeah.
Well, that was fun despite my poor performance. Hopefully Jeff just never watches this episode.
Oh, he won't listen to this. I definitely won't snitch on you either.
No, please
or anything
don't.
like that.
I know you would never do that to me.
Of course.
All right. Thank you so much, Beef Hammer. Thank you.
Thanks, Beef.
Sean.
That
Why
was
don't
fun.
we take one more little break here? We'll come back, talk what we've been playing, wrap up the
Sounds
super
good.
chats, and we'll call it.
All right. We are on the break. I don't know.
All right. And I think you just
We
got to
did
get me
this.
lined up, right?
Yeah, no, I
Oh.
just had to stop watching stream. You're automatically lined up, so we're good to go.
Whoa.
All right, cool.
undimmed
Perfect.
you.
Let me see. I'll kill the stream then so that I save some bandwidth. And then, I guess we're good.
There
Yeah,
we
might
go.
have to-
Oh, wait. Am I?
That's me. Hello.
Don't worry.
Oh,
I'll
that's Christian.
I'll move you over.
Hello. Now I'm the fucking boss here.
Yeah, there you go.
You shut up.
You gotta put me in the mod hole now. All right. I'm gonna. I can
Let
bring
me
this-
just shuffle things around a little bit on my screen so I'm not like looking off to the side anymore. And then I'll zoom in a little bit so
Cool.
I see chat a little bit more. And
fucking sundered.
Sundered. Okay, I'm ready when you are, Mike.
All right, we are back. Sean, I've been playing kind of a lot of stuff. I've been playing. I'm catching. There's something I'm playing I can't talk about, and then haven't started Zelda yet. I will say, Marvel vs. Capcom Collection had that patch that has made getting matches in the PC version much better. Basically, just getting like instant matches now. So that's been fantastic. And like Terry came to Street Fighter 6, and I always said I wanted to check that out, and I still do. But I'm kind of like, I'm still having a lot of fun playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That's kind of what I still want to be doing. I've always loved this game. There's part of me like, oh, am I still going to care about this game as much as I did? It turns out, yes, in having this game with good netcode and just having it very easy to play on my PC is fantastic. I mean, I haven't even really played the other games. Like, I thought, by this point, I surely would have played some, Children of the Atom or X-Men vs. Street Fighter or Marvel vs. Capcom 1 for funsies. Haven't even really done that yet. Still am just kind of automatically opening up Marvel vs. Capcom 2 because it's the game I want to play. I haven't even done Punisher yet, which I want to play through at some point. So,
oh yeah, you gotta do that because that's an interesting
yeah.
conclusion.
Yeah,
it is more daunting to take on a entire new character than just fucking around with 3 simpler characters in Marvel.
Right. Yeah, that's when I go to some of them and I'm like, what is this? What is this 6 attack button bullshit? Right? So
what is this, Jeff?
When I play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and I play some SNK games, I'm like, 4 attack buttons is enough. That's all we need. Who are we trying to show off for? But yeah, that's it for me. How about you, Sean?
So I did fire up Echoes of Wisdom, as I pointed out, and so okay, we talked about the performance stuff a good amount, so I won't dwell on that, but it is like really hampering my experience. I was not having a good time. Maybe I'll play it in handheld mode, see if it's any better. I don't think it is. Because it's still gonna have that VSync issue. In terms of the game itself, this is where I'm still a little torn because the game, first of all, is very slow. It's very dialogue heavy.
Oh, so it's like a traditional Zelda game back in the day. We got the slow intro back.
Oh, you get the slow intro back, baby.
Yeah.
The first 2 hours,
good.
Yeah, a lot of talking. I assume it opens up more after that, but yeah, the pace of a lot of things, it's not just talking. The pace of a lot of things is a lot of like waiting for things to happen. If y'all want to see what we're talking about, we talked about it on Jeff's stream earlier today over at Giant Bomb. He was just waiting on platforms a lot for them to move because like it wasn't something he could move himself. And there's a lot of mechanics like that where I just had to wait for something to happen. Combat is like that early on. Something changes radically. I've been told this isn't trailer, so I guess this is not spoilers. But you get the swordsman mode. You get like basically Link's echo, and then like rather than summoning Link, like Zelda takes on his power for her own, and for a short amount of time can just turn into Link. And I'm like, all right, that almost feels like they slapped a Band-Aid on the problem, because when you're just summoning enemies to fight on your behalf, which is how the combat works normally, you're really just waiting for them to go do their thing while you're sort of just like kiting around the enemy. And that just, it doesn't feel great to me. It feels awkward. Like you're kind of just waiting for, all right, come on, dude, like throw the spear, or you're waiting for an enemy to like chuck out the projectile or whatever. So that doesn't feel great.
Are you more of a, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, you actually go ahead.
Are you more of a like fan of the traditional like dungeon-based Zelda games, or do you like really like that shift that we got with Breath of the Wild?
I vastly prefer Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
Breath of the Wild is not just my favorite Zelda game, it's one of my top 10 of all time. I love Breath of the Wild. I will say though, in terms of Zelda, I'm not much of a 3D Zelda guy. I am a 2D Zelda guy though.
Okay.
Before this, Link's Awakening, before Breath of the Wild, Link's Awakening, easily my favorite Zelda, and not too far behind that, A Link to the Past. And so I am more in this style of Zelda that I like. I think a lot of the problem comes down to they just made a 2D Zelda, top-down Zelda, whatever you want to call it. They just made a 2D Zelda with a completely different control scheme, with a completely different method of interacting with the world. But you are, for the most part, doing Zelda stuff. So it feels a little awkward to be moving through these worlds that, the enemies have been pared back a little because you're not doing as much combat and stuff. It is more puzzle oriented, more puzzle platforming oriented. But a lot of that stuff is still stuff you would expect to see in like a Link's Awakening or a Link to the Past, Link Between Worlds. And I just think it feels like, square peg round hole or whatever.
What are you
like
doing to a square peg?
What?
Nothing. I was going to make a pegging joke, and I blew it on the landing.
we made a lot of those yesterday.
Yeah,
I think we got our fill there.
I blew it. I had my opportunity. I got too excited, and I messed up the delivery there. Continue.
That being said, the puzzle stuff, when it is like bespoke, made for this control scheme, and what Zelda does in this game with the summoning and everything, is awesome, because it is like that Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom stuff of, okay, you have a dozen different tools, just figure out a way to accomplish the thing. We're not going to tell you explicitly how to do it. There's like an easy way to do it. There's a clear way to do it, but you don't have to do it that way. Like when Jeff was playing, I was watching him, he solved so many puzzles radically differently from how I did them. And like, I would do something that's super easy, and then he came up with a complicated thing because he just wanted to see if it would work, and it did. And sometimes he did an easy thing that I just didn't even see. I didn't even think to do. So when the game sort of gets out of its own way and just lets you go with the puzzles, is really, really fun. It's ironically the Zelda stuff that I don't think is done particularly well, which is ironic, first of all, considering it's Zelda's first game in a long time, like the character. But
Since Wand of Gamelon.
Yes, that's the CDI. It just feels like a bit of a mismatch. It feels like what Well, I guess they basically just said that this is what happened. They came up with the concept first and then sort of retrofit the characters a little bit to make a full game out of it. And I think it also just feels a little weird that, we know Zelda's not a physically strong character, but she is a powerful character in her own way. Seeing her first game in a long, long time being, oh, she has to do something completely different. She has to like summon these things to like do stuff for her is a little weird. But again, this is not a review. These are initial impressions, and getting the sword fighter form, so you can just like wield a sword and jump higher and pull your shield up and stuff, interspersed with all the puzzle solving. I'm gonna go back to it. I'm gonna see if that keeps me hooked on it. It was just I was not super feeling in those first like 2 or 3 hours there.
Yeah, I'm going to try to play through some of this weekend, and I'll talk about what I think on Less Than Nintendogs on Tuesday, and probably on Bombcast before that. So, yeah, I'm excited to play, but yeah, I'm going to be curious.
Yeah.
Anything else, Sean? Because I don't think we have any more super chats right now. So if you guys want to get a super chat in before we wrap up, this is the last call here.
Right. Oh, shoot. I was gonna say something. Oh, yeah. I did start up UFO 50. That's very fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. If they don't like announce or shadow drop a Switch version by the time I release Zelda, I'm just gonna buy that on Steam and play it on my ROG. Because I'm feeling the FOMO pretty hard.
It plays good there, and then I think you also might like that because then, while you're doing stuff throughout the day, being able to pull it up and just like get some rounds in with a game that you're really liking on your desktop, that might be fun too.
Are you playing it like Jeff is, where he's like, I'm gonna go through each game and try to play through it or do as much as I can, and are you kind of jumping
That's
around?
insane.
That's insane. I'm doing it like Jan is doing it, where we are going through the list and then stopping for stuff that really catches our eye.
I think that's how I'm gonna probably play it too, I imagine.
So I'm only like 6 games through or whatever, where I stopped at Mortal, the game that also a puzzle platformer in a different way.
That seems to be a lot of people's favorite, huh?
Yeah, it's a little Lemmings-ish, where you're sort of using the characters as a resource, where it's a 2D game. You are then turning your character either into stone as a platform, you're making them blow up to destroy enemies, or you are chucking them into the wall and they sort of just like hang there by their head. It's humorous, it's slapstick, and using them as like a step to get to somewhere higher. And yeah, you only have so many of your dudes in order to get your your characters onto the next stage. It's very fun. I'm having a lot of fun with that. So yeah, I'm curious to see how many other games in UFO 50 really grabbed me like that one, but that's a good start, I think.
People have said there's like just a 20-hour long RPG in it. I don't know if you've seen that yet, but I'm super curious about that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing.
And then the other one that I've been trying to shine a spotlight on, like I mentioned on the Bombcast, is Bloodless, which I feel like not enough people are talking about. Maybe I'll get further into it and like fall off of it, and maybe I'll join some of those people. But for now, I'm just really vibing with that game in the first few hours I played of it, where, if anyone hasn't heard me talk about it yet, is a Neo Geo Pocket color looking game. So very monochrome with splashes of color thrown throughout. It's very striking, very stylish, and very chill, because it's a samurai game where you're getting into samurai fights as a samurai who doesn't want to kill people anymore. She's like regretful of her past, and so she wants to do non-lethal combat, hence the title Bloodless, and the entire combat system revolves around parrying enemies and doing non-lethal takedowns of them, disarming them, sort of maybe like knocking them out with just like a punch instead, stuff like that. And so you get into these, standoffs where like it's very tense and you're waiting for the enemy to strike, but you're not going to strike back with a sword. You need to deflect the sword somehow, or deflect whatever weapon they're using. It's very cool. Very vibes based. I recommend playing it on like a Steam Deck or something. It's only on PC right now. I believe it is getting a Switch release later in the year, but yeah, recommend checking it out, especially on a platform with an OLED screen, because that monochrome aesthetic really doing wonders. So yeah,
cool. I might have to learn that one too, but the games sure are coming fast now.
Yeah, there's a lot to play right now.
None of you tried Terrence? Only me?
Just you. Yeah. How's he fit in Street Fighter 6, Christian?
Oh, Terry, he feels incredible. He is so good. Like, the translation from an SNK character to like a Street Fighter character is just perfect. I don't know if it's my brain like lying to me and saying like this is how like these characters should feel in Street Fighter, but it just feels so good.
Are you actually using that lane shift mechanic of his very much?
Yeah, yes, he has a bunch of not records, but like command normals. Like you press medium punch into heavy kick, and he will like do a follow up. There will like be like a launcher, or like a medium punch into medium kick, and then you can hold one left or right and like do like a cross up in the middle of the air. But yeah, I've been using that. You use it more in like combos, and like you can do cool setups where like you do like left right 50-50.
Yeah.
It's like he is degenerate in like many ways. In a different way, the other characters are degenerate in Street Fighter. Like he has this type of operation that no other character has, and where he can like punch you and like throw this super slow fireball that goes to the crawler, and you can just like walk behind them. And other characters have that, but his is like extra slow, and you can do extra bullshit.
That's something we haven't really seen since like Laura in Street Fighter 5.
Yes. It reminds me a lot of like Laura's fireball.
Okay,
but
hey,
like,
that's
this
cool
one,
because she was my main in that game, so I love that slow fireball.
yeah, but this fireball, unlike Laura, which was like really short, this fireball goes all the way. It's like, oh, when you put the fireball in the ground, it's like you were forcing the other person to make a choice. Like they either jump it or they parry it. Like we're playing video games now. When the fireball is on the floor, forget about noosh. We're deleting the noosh of the game. We're just going face to face. I'm on that ass. Yeah, it's fun.
Who's next, Elena or Mai?
I think it's Mai.
I
think
thought
they're
Mai was
sandwich
last.
now.
Actually,
I don't know because the screenshot they show for when they released these characters, they were all like shumble around. I'm like, what are you doing? They were in like in order, so I don't know.
Yeah, chat's saying Mai.
I'm pretty sure it's Mai. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That'll be exciting. Also, yeah, Mai's winter. Elena is in spring. Okay, so there you go.
There we go.
Then we better get some
Also,
more Street Fighter 3 characters.
Thanks to Lance for looking this up. Bloodless comes to Switch in just 2 weeks. So if maybe you have a Switch OLED or something, it might be worth waiting for that version.
Okay, then. Well,
I also been playing Frostpunk 2, but I'm not gonna talk a lot now because I wanted to talk with Chef because he's the other degenerate that likes these kind of games.
He's been meaning to stream that. He's gonna try to get it going on Giant Bomb.
This is I will recommend it to Mike, but Mike doesn't like misery, and this game is all about that misery.
Yeah, but city builders are so far up and removed from it. I want to try it. I might, after I beat Dark Souls 2 and before spooky season starts, like maybe I might stream a little bit of Frostpunk 2 this weekend. We'll see.
You didn't play Frostpunk 1, didn't you?
I didn't. No, and I meant to. And now here we are.
I would recommend for people to like at least check it out a little bit, Frostpunk 1, because the gameplay changes from Frostpunk 2 to from Frostpunk 1 to Frostpunk 2 are so fucking good. Like they're so smart. The way they expanded the gameplay. Well, I want to talk more with Chef and like with other people that try it because like the storytelling and everything is pretty cool in that game.
Yeah, we'll do some.
And I played that. One last thing. I played a rally game that's really cool. It's called
Hashtag Rally with the awful name.
Yeah, hashtag Drive Rally. It's really good if you like the Sega Rally Championship. Definitely check this one out. It's like super.
Oh, really?
Cheap. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah,
and it looks really nice.
I'm looking at it, so I might want to check that one out too.
Is this that one that's like retro rally or something like that as well?
Yeah, it's like 90s rally, and they nailed it. It feels really good. It's really nice. It's really
I might
fun.
have to check this out. Cool.
So like check this out. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
No more games for
me.
I
think we're caught up on Super Chat, so I think we're just about done here. I'm going to start playing that outro. Hopefully it pops up in the right place. How about that? All right, Sean. Hey, where can people find you on the internet?
Oh, they can find me on twitter.com still as TurboSean _ SHAWN. Reminder. They can find me doing stuff here, obviously. Also over on Giant Bomb. Was on a variety of stuff this week. Me, and Jeff were on the Bombcast with Jan. We did that the Grubb bag stream, as we have it called on YouTube, I think. that we put up on Wednesday. That was just a fun time. I was just hanging out, shooting the shit for like a few hours while playing a whole variety of games. That was a fun time.
Putting Epic Mickey, I was glad to see a little Epic Mickey. I think that remaster is actually pretty good. I need to play some more of that.
Yeah.
As well.
This week's Fire Escape cast, by the way, you and Jeff joined Mike and Dan, and also I edited that one.
Yeah.
So it's a Game Mess takeover of Fire Escape cast. Make sure
Yeah,
you go
really
listen
good
to that
editing.
one too.
It was fun.
Thank you.
It's a very long show, so if you really need to kill some time with something while you're doing some second screen thing or road trip or whatever, check out the Fire Escape.
It was a really fun episode because obviously I reviewed it before sending it over to them. It was a really fun episode. I was cracking up while editing. But yeah, make sure to check that out. And Mike, I hear you are doing something on Giant Bomb tomorrow, huh?
So, I actually have. Supposedly we're doing Black Hole tomorrow. I have my doubts. We'll see if that happens.
Oh no, it's in the Slack. Talking about it now. Just saying.
Okay, well, I don't
If
even
it's
know.
on the Slack,
I don't even know if I
it's
got
long.
a
It's
calendar
happening.
invite, so I don't know. Well, I don't know why I don't just wait till
wow.
Wednesday. We'll see. I don't know what the big rush is. But yeah, probably Blake Club tomorrow. When is it supposed to be at? Like noon Pacific?
It's 12 Pacific. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, normal Blake Club time.
Mike,
Yes.
Yeah.
the sooner you get it done, the sooner you get it done. Like
It's not a shot. Like I want to put it off. It's fine. Whatever. If I do it faster, then my next pain game comes faster. Also, there's no plus side.
Isn't that just
It's
life, brother?
It's a cycle of forever torment. I can put off each little bit of torment as much as I want. That's it. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you later.
Bye.
I don't know. We don't hear the music. We just keep yapping.
Watch the stream. I'm gonna line something up.
You know where the music is at?
All right, Jeff. Let's do each other here.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are great liquid explosions.